नमस्कार, मैं हूं रेखा खान और इस वक्त मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं पैन स्टार पृथ्वीराज। उनको हम बॉलीवुड में जो है नाम शबाना, अय्या और औरंगजेब में देख चुके हैं। और सही बोल रही हूँ ना?
जी जी बिल्कुल।
जी, और साउथ की जितनी भी भाषाएं हैं उसमें वे सुपरस्टार हैं। अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ तो 24 या 22 साल हो गए हैं उन्हें इस मनोरंजन के क्षेत्र में, और इन दिनों वो चर्चा में हैं अपनी एकदम ताज़ा तरीन फिल्म द गोट लाइफ से। और मैं आपको बता दूं कि फिल्म का जैसे ही ट्रेलर लॉन्च हुआ है उसमें पृथ्वीराज के लुक ने उनके फैंस ही नहीं सारे दर्शकों को बहुत अचंभित कर दिया है कि ये है क्या, ये लुक कहाँ से आया और किस तरह से किया। तो मैं आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ पृथ्वीराज जी। और अपने इंटरव्यू की शुरुआत इसी बात से करती हूँ कि मैंने भी ट्रेलर देखा और मैं देख रही थी कि फैंस का जो रिएक्शन है, मतलब वो इतने हैरान हैं कि ये ऐसा लुक कैसे आपने किया है, और लुक के साथ में वो जो आपका इमोशन है वो बहुत ही मतलब गहरा है। तो थोड़ा उस बारे में बताइए।
So the look is secondary. The look is an effect of what the character goes through. It is not a look designed for the character. The look is the effect of the cause. So I don't know if you, how many in the North know this, but the film is a true story. It is the true story of someone's life. And that person is very much amongst us today, alive and well, and it's incredible that he got through this experience to be able to tell his story to the world. So this is, of course, as most people by now know, a story of someone who gets stuck in a desert for 3 years, having to fight circumstances way beyond his control, and finally manages to escape. So the course of the 3 years of his existence in the desert, you will see him in 3 different phases in the film. So there is a phase that he reaches the place, he reaches the desert, and he realizes that he is stuck. And then you see him a few months later, where he's lost a bit of weight, and his beard has grown, his hair has grown a bit, and he's become darker because he's throughout under the sun. And then you see him 3 years later, where he's become a completely different man, almost like one among the animals that he is taking care of in the Masara. So the look is designed to sort of be in tune with what the character is experiencing at any given point in the narrative. And it's the credit should also go to the director, the makeup department, the costume department, the cinematographer. It's yeah, they all have come together to give Najib's 3 different looks, 4 different looks actually in the film. And I'm happy that people think it's got shock value, because that is very much part of the story, that you see this person and it shocks you that what the conditions does to a man, over time.
If I'm not wrong, this is a kind of survival story.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is which movie is your favorite in survival genre?
The Goat Life.
The Goat Life. Okay. And why you chose this particular script or particular film? Because see, एक बॉलीवुड हो या साउथ का सिनेमा हो, हम हमेशा एक हीरोइज्म को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। हमें लगता है कि एक हीरो आएगा और किस तरह से चीज़ों को वो ठीक करेगा। तो ये आपने क्यों चूज किया, और इसमें हीरोइज्म का क्या एस्पेक्ट था?
Well, this has got the biggest heroism ever. For one, this is not fiction. This is a real life. And the fact that a man could live through this experience and survive it and manage to escape and come out alive and tell the world his story, there is nothing more heroic than that. And this is just one of the most complex characters that an actor could ever hope to play. Not just for the fact that it's a survival thriller, it is also a deeply meditative character study. The film is very much about what happens to this man over the course of the 3 years, how he transforms emotionally, psychologically, physically. So for an actor, there is a serious amount of material to bite into. And, it's a no-brainer to be saying yes to this film, because it also came to me with director Blessy attached to it. And director Blessy
A.R. Rahman's music is there.
Yeah, but that was later on, but director Blessy is one of Malayalam cinema's greatest filmmakers. Every actor, every star in Malayalam wants to do a film with Blessy. and he decides to do his dream film, give 16 years to it, and he decides that he wants to cast me. So obviously, so
एंड जब इस तरह की फिल्म होती है तो एक एक्टर पे कितना इम्पैक्ट होता है? मुझे याद है मैंने इनको पूछा था, नवाज को, रमन राघव के बाद वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब हो गए थे क्योंकि वो कैरेक्टर ही ऐसा था। तो इस फिल्म ने उस तरह को आपको इम्पैक्ट किया?
So I am usually very good at sort of cutting off and
Wow, that's
disassociating,
great.
yeah, with the character. Usually, very good, because I tend to, once I'm done with the film, at least not during the shoot. Once I'm done with the film, I'm more often than not able to walk away from the character and the film. But see, with this film and this character, I have now lived with it for 16 years, from 2008-9 to 2024. You know, it's been a journey, and one constant all through my life for these years has been this film and this character. So I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be able to disassociate completely with Najeeb. I'm thinking maybe there will be remnants of Najeeb in me now forever, because so much of my life has been about thinking of Najeeb and, you know, imagining a character arc of Najeeb. So I'm sure I'll have bits and pieces of this film and this character inside of me, and I'm glad I will, because I've given so much of myself to this film that I think I also don't want to bid like a final farewell to it.
वाह। और अगर मैं सलार 2 की बात करूं तो उसमें आपका एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट एक अवतार नज़र आया। उस फिल्म ने आपको कितना और ज़्यादा एक पैन इंडिया स्टार के तौर पे और ज़्यादा इस्टेब्लिश किया, क्योंकि आपकी हिंदी में 3 फिल्में पहले आई थी, लेकिन आप जाने पहचाने जाते हैं। तो इस मूवी से और ज़्यादा एक रीच आपको कितनी और बढ़ी, कितना फ़ायदा हुआ?
I don't know. People ask for more selfies in Hyderabad airport now. So
Wow.
that's all. Yeah.
जी। एंड कैसे देख रहे हैं आप कि हम पहले कहते थे कि साउथ है और बॉलीवुड है, लेकिन अब हम एक इंडस्ट्री बोल रहे हैं, हम इंडियन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री की बात कर रहे हैं। हम आप लोगों को साउथ एक्टर नहीं बोलते हैं, अब लोग कहते हैं पैन इंडिया स्टार। तो ये शिफ्ट को आप कैसे देखते हैं?
I just think it's a natural evolution of cinema as an industry and a business. This would have happened anyway, that, you know, as people are able to access cinema from all parts of the country, all parts of the world, owing to streaming services, satellite television, now anybody sitting anywhere can see a Malayalam film, an Assamese film, a Bhojpuri film. You have a means to get to this content. So because of that, I think cinema in general will now amalgamate slowly, and you know, people will be open to watching content from other languages, and eventually, like all of us have said over and over again, hopefully we will all become this one giant film industry called the Indian film industry. And if we manage to do that, I mean, imagine the kind of sway and influence we'll have in world cinema. We already are the biggest film industry in the world.
Exactly.
And if we all become a unit working in with the same synergy, working together, it would be wonderful. Yeah.
एंड बॉलीवुड में आप और ऐसे कौन से डायरेक्टर हैं जिनके साथ आप काम करने की
I want to work with everyone, all
कोई
directors.
वन ऑफ द फेवरेट, कुछ ऐसे एक दो नाम?
एक दो नाम है. I mean, I'd love to do a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film.
जी।
I, as a filmmaker, one of the filmmakers who've influenced me the most is Ram Gopal Varma sir. I think Ram Gopal Varma sir single-handedly has made a mark in one whole phase of Indian cinema. So I always will hold him in very high regard. Many people, yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Ali, so I've just done a film with Ali Abbas Zafar. I would love to work. So for me, there is a part of
बड़े मियाँ छोटे मियाँ ना?
yeah, there's also a part of Bollywood that I got introduced to through Karan Johar films. So Karan is like an iconic filmmaker that I would love to work with. So many people, yeah.
एंड बड़े मियाँ छोटे मियाँ की बात करूँ तो लोग एक बहुत ही आपको सरप्राइज पैकेज के लिए आपका वेट कर रहे हैं, क्या कहेंगे? सबको लग रहा है कि कुछ बहुत एक अलग एक सरप्राइज पैकेज के तौर पे आप उधर आने वाले हैं।
I mean, it's not a surprise anymore that I'm in the film. And
नहीं, आपका रोल या
yeah,
कुछ twist?
so I think it's also not a surprise that I play the antagonist in the film. But all I can say is that it's not just that villain role, you know. So when Ali offered me the film, there is a reason that I said yes to it immediately. And I remember it, you know, we had to sort of move around a lot of things. Even Ali had to, move around a lot of things for me to be able to do the film. But we all wanted to make that effort because I wanted to make that effort because the role is that great. And it's, I had a lot of fun doing it because I don't get offered these villain roles. I only do the hero roles, you know. So,
Exactly.
and this is one of those villain roles that any actor playing it will just have a lot of fun doing it. So I had a lot of fun doing it, and I had a lot of fun working with the team. Ali, Akshay sir, Tiger, you know, Sonakshi, Manushi, Alaya, the whole team was just a great team to be working with.
एंड आप अपना नेगेटिव स्ट्रीक क्या मानते हैं? जब एक नेगेटिव रोल प्ले करते हैं, हम लोग ग्रे होते हैं, वी ह्यूमंस हम सब ग्रे ही हैं,
Yeah.
कोई ब्लैक और वाइट तो है नहीं. आप अपना ग्रे साइड क्या मानते हैं? कि आपको गुस्सा ज़्यादा आता है, या आप ज़्यादा सेंसिटिव हैं, या आप हाइपर हैं? आपकी कमियां क्या हैं?
Yeah, I have anger management issues.
ओके, तो ओवर द ईयर उसको आपने
Well, I mean, not that I have mastered it yet. That is probably still that one emotion that I am most vulnerable with. But over the years, I have realized that maybe at times, if I am on top of my game, I can use my anger constructively. So yeah.
ग्रेट ग्रेट. आप एक डॉटर के फादर भी हैं, वो आपको एज अ पर्सनालिटी, एज अ एक्टर कितना हेल्प करता है जब आप एक पिता होते हैं?
As an actor, I don't know because I'm assuming all my fatherly instincts will help me as an actor, but at a very subconscious level. So I can't really articulate it. As a human being, yeah, I mean, it's the single biggest change in my life ever because being a father, having a girl child, it's just, I think, the most wonderful experience ever. And to watch her growing up, watch her become her own person, it's just the most gratifying experience I've had in my life, I'm having in my life. And yeah, I mean, she means everything to me.
एंड सोशल मीडिया कैसे हैंडल करते हैं? क्योंकि आजकल के ज़माने में आप इधर अगर एक लुक भी दे रहे हैं तो वो बहुत एक अलग तरीके से उसको पेश कर दिया जाता है, एक बात को तोड़ मरोड़ दिया जाता है. अब तो एआई भी आ गया है, तो ये सारी चीज़ों को आप कैसे हैंडल करते हैं? क्योंकि आप एक बहुत ही बड़ी पर्सनैलिटी हैं, तो आप बहुत कॉन्शियस रहते हैं. किस तरह से आप हैंडल करते हैं अपना सोशल मीडिया, या कहीं पे कुछ ट्वीट करना या इंस्टाग्राम पे जाना?
So I have said this before that if given a choice, I would not be on social media. Then why am I on social media? Because actors' social media handles / platforms as we stand today present the cheapest, most accessible, widest PR platforms for producers, for films, and for ourselves. So it's a great way to connect with the audience. It's a great way to connect with with your fans, because an Instagram post will probably have more reach than spending 2.5 crores and getting the front page of a newspaper, because it's people have the phone in their hand. But it is also you also have to realize that social media is a being of its own. You should never lose sight of the fact that you shouldn't be living in that world. That's a world that exists on
True.
its own, that you only learn to use that instrument and that world, hopefully to your advantage. The mistake I think a lot of people make is that they tend to lose sight of the fact that that is not the real world and this is the real world. So it's even harder on the younger kids today. At least my generation is also seen an age without social media, and we have seen
तब तो पेजर वेजर भी आया था, तो कैसे एक
yeah,
मैसेज
so we have seen the advent of this monster, and we have seen the evolution of this monster. So we kind of know what it could and could not be. But the newer generation who are already born into the social media era, for them I think it will be even harder. Yeah.
फाइनली दिस इज माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन. हम एक कैंपेन कर रहे हैं, फर्क है, तो ऐसा आपकी लाइफ का ऐसा मोमेंट मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि आपकी लाइफ में फर्क हुआ, डिफरेंस हुआ, कुछ क्या एक अंतर हुआ, ऐसा कौन सा मोमेंट था या ऐसा कौन सा इंसिडेंट था? एनीथिंग विच इज वो कुछ भी हो सकता
I
है.
lost my dad when I was 14. He passed away at a very young age, and he passed away very suddenly. Like he had a cardiac arrest, and it wasn't like he wasn't sick or ill for a long time. Nothing. So And that was like a very life-defining moment for me. And that's something I always, I always say, the one wish, regret I have is that my father is not around to see whatever little success I've had, because he would have been really proud. Yeah.
ओके, तो ये आपका फर्क है मोमेंट था।
Yeah.
जी, थैंक यू सो मच। आपने देखा कि पृथ्वीराज जी ने मेरे तमाम सवालों का जवाब बहुत ही पेशेंस होकर के दिया और बहुत ही विस्तृत रूप से दिया। हम उनको उनकी नई फिल्म द लाइफ गोट लाइफ और उनकी आगे की सारी जिंदगी और करियर, सब चीज़ों के लिए हम बहुत उनको शुभकामना देना चाहेंगे। और मैं माफ़ी चाहूँगी, मैं थोड़ा सा रोज़े में हूँ तो शायद मेरे शब्द इधर उधर हो गए होंगे, लेकिन कहते हैं ना कि नीयत एकदम मेरी साफ है। तो बहुत बहुत आपका शुक्रिया। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much.